The story follows a former bomb disposal expert, Song Kong-ren, who is still haunted by a tragic bombing incident from his past that cost many lives.
Years later, he and his partner board a Taiwan high-speed rail train, only to discover that the train has been rigged with explosives.
Things get even more intense when they realize there is a second train involved, and both trains are connected in a deadly way. If one bomb is stopped, the other could still explode. As the trains race toward their destination, Song is forced to confront his past mistakes while trying to save the passengers.
The situation becomes a moral nightmare, where every decision could mean sacrificing some lives to save others.
The film builds tension minute by minute as the countdown continues during the 96-minute journey.
Is a tense crime thriller centered around the high-stakes world of underground gambling.
The story follows a skilled but troubled poker player who gets pulled into a dangerous game where the risks go far beyond money. As debts pile up and loyalties are tested, he finds himself entangled with ruthless criminals who are willing to do anything to win. What starts as a chance to make a quick comeback soon turns into a fight for survival.
As the pressure builds, the line between strategy and desperation blurs.
Every hand dealt becomes a life or death decision, and trust becomes a rare commodity.
With time running out, the protagonist must rely on his instincts and outplay not just his opponents at the table, but the deadly forces controlling the game. The film builds suspense through twists, betrayals, and psychological tension, leading to a gripping and unpredictable climax.
The story follows a highly skilled assassin who built his career by hunting down other assassins who try to leave the business.
When he finally decides he wants to quit, things go wrong fast because in his world, walking away is not allowed.
He quickly becomes a target himself. Forced on the run, he unexpectedly ends up teaming up with someone he was once assigned to eliminate. Together, they are hunted by powerful criminal forces who want both of them dead to protect secrets inside the organization. As the chase intensifies, the two must rely on each other despite deep mistrust, while uncovering betrayal inside the system that created them. The film follows the rise of Amarendra Bahubali and the legacy of his son Mahendra Bahubali, set in the kingdoms of Mahishmati. It combines major events from Bahubali, the beginning, and Bahubali, the conclusion, while adding new extended scenes, battles, and character perspectives to deepen the story. At its core, the movie focuses on betrayal within the royal family, the struggle for the throne between Bahubali and Baladevi, and the hidden truth behind Bahubali's death. The story also shows how Mahendra eventually rises to avenge his father and restore justice to the kingdom.
In Fuse, panic spreads like wildfire when a deadly explosive is discovered in a crowded location, turning an ordinary day into a ticking time bomb. As authorities scramble to defuse the threat, secrets begin to unravel and suspicion falls on everyone nearby.
With every second counting, fear and tension rise as the line between hero and suspect blurs, leading to a nerve-wracking race to stop a catastrophe before it's too late. The story follows Gabriel and Driz, two childhood friends who grew up in an orphanage but ended up on opposite sides of the law. Gabriel becomes a police officer working for internal affairs, while Driz falls into the criminal underworld as a fixer for dangerous gangs. Their lives collide again when the woman they both once loved dies in a suspicious car accident.
Her teenage daughter, Leela, believes powerful people are responsible and starts digging for the truth. But her investigation puts her in serious danger when she discovers a cover-up involving a major corporation.
Forced to work together, Gabriel and Driz must protect Leela while uncovering the truth behind the accident, despite their past conflict and mistrust.
Oscar Shaw is a former cop who is trying to live a quiet life after leaving the police force. His life changes when his best friend is murdered, and the justice system fails to properly punish the people responsible.
Because of this, Oscar decides to take matters into his own hands.
As he investigates, he is pulled back into a violent criminal underworld filled with corruption, gang activity, and dangerous enemies. The deeper he goes, the more he realizes the case is bigger than just one murder. It involves powerful criminals and hidden connections that put him in constant danger. Forced to rely on his experience and instinct, Oscar becomes a one-man force seeking revenge and truth, even if it costs him everything. The story follows elite sniper Brandon Beckett and his partner Agent Zero, who are sent with a special operations team to the fictional country of Costa Verde. Their mission is to stop a powerful arms dealer who is planning to unleash a dangerous superweapon. While preparing for the mission, Beckett is also forced into a new role as a leader, mentoring a rookie sniper who is still inexperienced in real combat. This creates tension as he struggles between following orders and making tough battlefield decisions. Once the mission begins, things quickly go wrong. The team is ambushed by a heavily armed militia, and what was supposed to be a precise operation turns into a desperate fight for survival. Running low on time and resources, the soldiers must work together to complete the mission and prevent a global disaster. The story follows two undercover agents, one from the FBI and one from the DEA, who are both working the same drug cartel case but don't realize it at first.
They meet during a cartel exchange, only to discover each other's true identities at the worst possible moment.
Before they can sort things out, a sniper attack traps them in a deadly standoff in the open desert. Forced to take cover and survive together, the two agents constantly clash due to their different styles and personalities, but they eventually have to cooperate to escape.
As the situation escalates, they uncover that the cartel deal involves something much bigger than just drugs, pulling them deeper into a conspiracy while they try to stay alive. The story follows Theo, a former US soldier known as the Gentleman, who lives a lonely and broken life, spending time remembering his past and meeting regularly with Olga, a prostitute he pays just to talk to.
She becomes his only real emotional connection. Everything changes when Olga is brutally murdered.
Devastated, Theo goes on a violent path of revenge, determined to find those responsible.
But his actions attract attention from dangerous people. Ibora, a troubled and alcoholic police inspector investigating the case Herodes, a ruthless hired killer who is also tracking the situation.
As all their paths cross, the investigation turns into a deadly game where everyone is hiding secrets, and revenge spirals out of control.